Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, for the latest in boxing. It's great to be here. We love it here. It's always felt real, but now the countdown begins. We've arrived here in good condition. Mentally and physically, we're strong, and we're looking forward to putting on a great display. I'm young, fast, strong, my movement is good, I have a great team behind me, and I have my two nations behind me. Last year wasn't the best year for us, and there are many reasons why it wasn't my best performances in the ring. But I can tell you this, we're going to put on the best performance of our lives. And then he talks about what he's going to be doing in the last final days while he's in London. We'll hit the ground running on Monday. The first week back here will be a good, solid week for us as we start our tapering off phase. Next week, we'll just be staying mentally and physically very sharp. We've had a great camp, and Joe is in very good mind space at the moment. I'm very happy with what he's been showing me, and we come here with a lot of confidence. Actually, that was what his trainer, Kevin Barry, had to say. Anyway, guys, Joseph Parker has arrived to the UK. That's the point. Parker has arrived to the UK. Parker. He's shaved his face. He had a lot of facial hair, but he's here. Parker's from New Zealand, but he trains and he lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, he's from New Zealand, so you would expect him to be training in New Zealand or living there, right? But he doesn't live there. He lives in Las Vegas. He trains in Las Vegas, so because if you see a lot of footage of his training, it's always in Vegas. You never see him training in New Zealand. So it's kind of odd, because you would think if he's from New Zealand and Kevin Barry's also from New Zealand, you would think they would be, it would be natural for them to be training in their country, right, where they're from, in New Zealand. But for some reason, they both live in the United States, and for some reason, they both train in the United States, in Vegas. I don't know why, but hey, that's just the way Parker trains. And so yeah, he's been training in Vegas to prepare himself for his big showdown with Joshua. But now he's in the UK, and there's only about 2 weeks. 2 weeks before this big fight happens. A lot of people are excited for this fight. Parker said some things. He said, he's young, he's confident, he has good movement. As I've been saying all along, I believe Parker's going to be on the back foot against Joshua. I believe he's going to be mobile. I believe he's going to be trying to do a, type of in and out counter-punching style against Joshua, to counter-punch him. Because I believe he believes that one of Joshua's weakness is not having the fastest feet, so he's probably going to try to outbox him. His trainer, Kevin Barry, has been saying that he wants his fighter, Parker, to be lighter than he normally is, which to me clarifies to me that he wants his fighter to be mobile and to be using his footwork. Like I've been saying, if you want to beat Anthony Joshua in his backyard, you have to take risks. I really hope Joseph Parker doesn't just go into this fight thinking he's just going to try and outbox Anthony Joshua. I hope he doesn't go into this fight knowing that everybody wants to see Joshua versus Wilder and try to outbox Joshua, because there's no way in hell Joseph Parker is going to go to Wales over there, to Cardiff, and try and outbox Anthony Joshua. It's not going to happen and win a decision. Vladimir Klitschko was a far bigger known name than someone like Joseph Parker. I thought he was winning the fight, but the judges had him behind. The judges had Vladimir Klitschko behind. Anyone who isn't biased and who saw that fight would probably have Vladimir Klitschko had by the time it was round 10, but the judges had it the other way around, which means had that fight gone the distance, they would have given the fight to Anthony Joshua. They would have given him the fight. But obviously that didn't happen because it didn't go the distance because Joshua hit him with that uppercut and, you know, he ended up stopping him. But I'm saying, if they were planning on robbing Vladimir Klitschko, who was a really big known entity in the world of boxing, long-reigning champion, do you honestly think they're going to be fair with Joseph Parker? That's what I've been saying. I don't think they're going to be fair with Joseph Parker. So Joseph Parker better try and knock out Anthony Joshua. He better go in here, you know, be smart. Don't just go in there, obviously be reckless, but take chances. Don't just try to outbox Anthony Joshua. I don't think he's going to win a decision. Joseph Parker is not going to win a decision trying to outbox Anthony Joshua. He has to take risk. I believe that Anthony Joshua doesn't fight good going backwards. I believe Anthony Joshua is kind of like a bully. Kind of like, what's his name? Sergey Kovalev. You know, Sergey Kovalev, when he's throwing a jab, when he's coming forward, when he's being aggressive, when he's having it his way, you know, he has all the confidence in the world. But when he's being backed up, when somebody's all up in his grill, pushing him back, the way Andre Ward was smothering him, he starts getting uncomfortable. He starts complaining. He doesn't like it. He doesn't feel comfortable when he's being backed up. And I believe Joshua is the same style. I don't think Joshua knows how to fight going backwards. Some fighters know how to fight going backwards. For example, Floyd Mayweather Jr. In his prime, Floyd Mayweather Jr., you will see guys going forward against him and pushing him back. And you will see Mayweather being able to, you know, slip and slide these punches and counter punches. Matter of fact, when Mayweather knocked out Ricky Hatton famously, Ricky Hatton was coming forward. Ricky Hatton was pushing Mayweather back. And if you look at that fight, Mayweather was on the back foot. He was fighting backwards. And he was countering Ricky Hatton as Ricky Hatton was putting the pressure on him. And he knocks out Ricky Hatton with a counter as he's fighting backwards, as he's being pushed back. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a perfect example of a guy who knows how to fight backing up. But obviously, this is the heavyweight division. Mayweather was a welterweight, so it's a lot easier, I believe, for these guys. I believe it's a lot easier for these heavyweights. I mean, for these lighter weights to be able to fight that way. But when it comes to like these big heavyweights, I think it's more difficult for them because they're so big. But yeah, I think Joseph Parker, like I've been saying for a long time, should invest in AJ's body. Really invest in his body from round one. Because like I said, AJ has a history of seeming to gas out and slow down, especially once the fight's in the second half of the when the fight's like, you know, halfway through. So start throwing body shots from round one. Invest to the body early. Don't wait till round 8 and then, you know, no. Start from round 1 because that shit's gonna affect them and play in, you know, down the road. It's gonna affect them. And then when it's round 6 and if Joseph Parker's still there and if he's not hurt, and you start seeing Joshua gassing out because of the fact that he has bad endurance and because of the fact that those body shots are starting to kick in, then that's when you want to start, you know, getting aggressive against Anthony Joshua. I think he has to go in the inside and push Anthony Joshua back. Try to be physical with him. Push him back. Lean on him. And push him back because, like I said, I don't think he fights good backwards. I don't think that's his best way of fighting when he's being pushed back. And try and bring the fight to him. Try and bring the fight to him. Because like I said, I think nipping and ticking, trying to, you know, steal rounds, I don't think that's going to work with Joseph Parker because Joseph Parker is not a big name like that. He's not a big name like that. And like I said, Joseph Parker is trying to derail Wilder versus Joshua. And, you know, these big boxing, you know, promoters, and they want to make money. And they want to make a lot of money. And the way they're going to make a lot of money out of Joshua and out of Wilder is if both of them fight. And guess what? If Joshua loses to Joseph Parker, that's going to lose these promoters a lot of money. That's going to lose them a lot of money because they could have made more money with the Joshua versus Wilder fight had the fight happened when they were undefeated, because then more people will want to see it because they're like, oh shit, 2 undefeated fighters. But if, you know, Joshua loses or Wilder loses, it's going to kind of take out the luster, you know, of that fight. So that's why, trust me, even if Parker deserves a victory via decision, they're not going to give it to him. So that's what I'm saying. He should be more take more risk with Joshua and try and knock him out. Try and knock out Joshua and try to stop him with body shots. People always go to, when it comes to heavyweights, people always go for headshots. Heavyweights always go for headshots. But you rarely see heavyweights knock out guys with body shots. I think Joshua is the best type of fighter to knock him out with a body shot because of the fact that he has bad endurance. Go to his body, man. I'm telling you, man. Joshua is vulnerable to the body. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. If you watch the videos from start to finish, as always, much appreciated. And Big Eggers out. Thanks for watching.